Hey guys, what's up? This is DeRaze and today we are going to talk about arrangement of SVG elements over here. In this tutorial I'm going to cover how you can arrange your elements as shown in this figure over here. So we have three rectangles over here and you can see that it looks like there are two squares and there's one rectangle. But that is not true. Actually I've created three rectangles of same sizes, but the arrangement of them is in such a way that the green rectangle is covering the other two rectangles. So how is this happening and how can we change it to another arrangement? This is what we will be learning in today's tutorial. Alright, so first of all I'll show what all I've created. I've first given script as usual, and then I've created division element, given it an ID called placement, and then I have created a variable in our JavaScript called draw, in which I have invoked the SVG function and passed an argument called placement again and given a size of 500, 500. After that I have created three rectangles, each rectangle being 200, 100 or 100, 200 in size. And to fill the rectangle with their respective colors, I have used the attribute function, which is attr. After which I have opened the flower brackets and given the fill, and hex codes are used over here to give the colors. As usual, I'll suggest you to go to htmlcolorcodes.com so that you can pick the colors that you want to represent in your JS elements and further be able to distinguish their codes and further successfully use the colors using the codes, hex codes that are available on their website. After that, as you can see, to the rectangle 3 called rect3, I have given a further function called y100, which makes sure that I can move the rectangle by 100 pixels. For example, if I don't use it, it goes back beneath the red rectangle, which we are unable to see over here. So now that I've used the y function, we can see the blue rectangle. So what is happening over here and what is this function? Let me clear this function out and let's see what happens. Alright, so as you can see, the blue rectangle is taking precedence over the others. So that means that the blue rectangle is closer to us than the other two rectangles. So if we invoke this function which I have created over here, we can see that green is what is coming in front of all the other rectangles. So what is happening over here and how can we do that? So first I'll talk about something called front. The front function works pretty easy. So let's say we take the rect1 first, and rect1 let's pass the front method. Let's see what happens. Alright, so as you can see, rectangle 1 has come to the front, which is why the red color is over here, and the blue rectangle is over here because we have cleared back the other functions that I have created over here. Let me give the front function. Let me show what happens in this case. So let me give the front function after this instead of clearing it down. So as you can see, the red rectangle is taking precedence over the others. That means red rectangle is closer to us on the screen. It is on top of the other rectangles. So similarly, if you want to give something else as the front, so you can go ahead and give it. So as you can see, we have the rectangle 3, which is bluish in color, which is on the front. Similarly, you have something called back, which sends the element to the back. So it sends to the downmost position. So now you can see that everything has gone back. So if you want the if you want the green rectangle to go behind the two elements, you can do so by giving the back command. So as you can see, now the green rectangle is hiding behind the two other rectangles. Similarly, you have some other function called forward and backward, which send back the elements by one step. That means they send back by one step only. That means the z depth, the depth which they traverse with each function will only be 1 unit. Now if you give, similarly, there is something called backward which you can give, so you can see that the rectangle 3 is going back. Right, so what I'm trying to say is that when you give the forward command, when you give the front command to the rectangle 3, you can see that it is coming to the front, but when you give it the forward command, it is not coming to the front because green is still occupying the first place. So what I'm trying to say is that forward command always takes only one step further and backward command takes only one step backward. So there's something else also called as before command, which I've used over here, which is this one, which I started off the video with. What this before command does is that it will put the element whichever is in the brackets before the element which I have specified over here. So let us say we clear this out and we'll see what happens. So we have this particular arrangement right now. So let me give rect1.after instead of before, and I'll put something called rect3. So let's see what happens. So as you can see, what is happening is that rect3 is occupying the space above the rect1, which is why we see this configuration. So once you change it to rect2, something else happens. So this is how you can change the arrangement of the elements, and this is very useful when you're dealing with several elements and functions like hover. So you can make sure you can play around with several other items and combine such elements and create a game as well. So go ahead and practice that in your JS fiddle, and thanks a lot for watching. Keep watching my videos and subscribe, share and like them.